Unfortunately, our Umi and Yo and our Ellie and Mari can't make it, but they're going to be here in spirit. We love you guys. But in their place, we have a new member joining us. Everyone say hello to Mara! We're so excited to have her as a new part of the Tanoshii family, and we know that she's going to do really well. So
we love you.
All right. Our first question comes from a lot of people. So Kevnator1479, Daoko, Mason Jar Cosplay, Tanoshii, and Mooncaller Cosplay asks, what, why, and who brought us the idea of founding Tanoshii Projects, and who were the first members?
The idea of Tanoshii Project to be founded came around whenever we were known as Ayakashi Idols. Right after about Anime Fest, our account was taken down for whatever reason, and there was just stuff going on. We just wanted to start anew, so we started anew as Tanoshii Project. These original members were Ed at Dracula Vampira, CJ, Cece, Bunny at Bunny Teeth's Cosplay, Lily, AJ at Stargaze Cos, and myself. So we don't really remember who came about the idea of founding the group, but we think it was either me or CJ. Our second question comes from at Skippy Kevin and at Maki Wheeler. They ask, how did you and who did come up with the name for this group? I actually came up with the name for the group. Whenever we first started, we had a huge potluck of a bunch of names, and whenever we voted, my name won, Tanoshii Project. So here we are.
Tsunomaru Hell and Osmosis asks, how did you start your group and find all your members? Well, we mainly gained all of our members through Instagram, like good old-fashioned Instagram scouting posts. We also got a lot of new members from mutual friends and stuff saying, hey, my friend likes dancing, could you put her into the group? And we're like, yeah, we'll let her audition. So just sort of through the network of idols and Instagram, that's sort of how we got this entire big family. So, yeah.
At StarryEyeDolls.official asks, how did you guys start as an idol group, and what advice would you guys give to groups starting out like we are? My biggest piece of advice would be to give your group time. Even after a whole year, we still have lots of stuff going on that we have to figure out. You know, we've been through, we've had plenty of members come and go. You will have plenty of members come and go. It takes a while to get a really stable, solid group, and so don't give up. Do not give up, because if we had given up, then we would not be where we are. And make sure to keep your practices focused. Not to say you can't have fun, and you should be having fun, because this is for fun, but you do need to keep them somewhat focused so you can get stuff done, and people will like your performances and stuff.
Fifth question was asked by Munchie Cosplay. Does Love Live have a special place in your hearts? Yes, I was going to say yes. And when did the thought of an idol group come to mind? Yes, Love Live has a massive place in all of our hearts. I mean, why would we do this if we didn't love Love Live? And our founding member, double founding member, founded Ayakashi Idols, one of the reasons why we were all sort of together before Tanoshii Project has this to say. Julia says, I got the idea to start an idol group back before the group was known as Tanoshii because I was really inspired by the other groups I saw around but felt like I was not on the same level, so I made my own.
Alright, at Space Nerd Cause asks, what made you all get into dancing and Love Live?
Alright, so my friend recommended the game to me like 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like, that's cool. And then about a year after that, I stumbled onto the dance scene through Instagram, and I had done drill team and dancing before, and I had dropped out for whatever reason, and I missed it a lot. And I was like, hey, this combines like my two loves together. I'm also a fake fan, and I didn't watch the anime until after I started cosplaying it. Weird, but we're all good now. I've watched both seasons.
How I got into Love Live is, you know, me being a dank meme lord. I stumbled upon some Nico memes. And I'm like, sauce please? So I found out where it was from and I watched it, and like every other blossoming Love Live fan, I learned Start Dash and it just went from there.
So back in 2017 when I went to Mini A-Con, I had like just met Kaylee and she was into it at the time. And I saw everybody cosplaying it and everybody like drawing fan art of it. So I asked her what it was. And like once she told me, literally the same night, I watched it and got addicted. And here I am now.
I first got into Love Live through my partner at the time, back in like November, December of 2015. They were like, hey, this anime is really good, I think you should watch it, and I did. And I noticed that there was a lot of people doing dances and having groups from the scene, and I've done a lot of musical theater back in the day, so I kind of combined my love of dancing, my love of idols. Boom, here we are.
I got back into Love Live when like the app came out in 2014, and I just was obsessed with the game. Then watched the anime a year later, and this girl I met at Ant 2015 was like, "Want to join my Love Live group?" And I'm like, "Okay." I learned Star Dash. It didn't start, but then I just started dancing after that.
My best friend at the time and right now, Sam was playing the game on her phone. I was like, "What's that?" And she's like, "It's Love Live." And I'm like, "What's that?" And she's like, "Oh my god." And so like she showed it to me, and after that we watched it together, cosplayed it together, danced together, and it just took off from there.
So like every crushing teenager, the person I liked really liked Love Live. So being a crushing teenager, I did the most natural thing and got into it just because I liked her.
Aww,
And,
that's adorable.
She's not one of my best friends, and like I'm so glad that that I got into it because of her. And as far as dancing goes, I was dancing before this, but I'm definitely not idol groups. I was doing traditional dances, and completely different from all this Love Live, heavy stuff, idol stuff. So all my dances were traditional and traditional Cambodian dances, which is a lot more ballet-like in structure as far as our culture goes. So it's completely different from what I used to do, but it's a lot more fun, honestly.
I got into Love Live through my friend back like 3 years ago. She recommended to me this cheerleading anime, and I was like, okay, cool, I want to watch girls be cheerleaders, that's cute. And I watched it, and it obviously didn't turn out to be a cheerleading anime, but I could see why she thought it was a cheerleading anime. But basically, I watched it on her recommendation, and I was still not disappointed. It was very cute, and I liked it a lot. And then I got into the cosplaying scene, and I found Ayakashi Idols, and I joined, and that's how I got into dancing as well. So Love Live is how I also got into dancing. So Julia said, an old friend of mine recommended SIF to me, and I ended up watching the anime as well. I used to be in ballet and jazz, so idol dancing seemed like a good way to keep my dance spirit alive. And Reggie said, I started casually watching Love Live a few years ago and forgot about it for a while, but after seeing Project Starlight perform at Akon in 2017, I really wanted to perform like they did, and I almost started my own idol group with Hannah before finding Tanoshii. At Milky Kitty Chu asks, where did you see the group in the next year, / what goals do you want to accomplish together for the next year? Okay, this is a good one. Our goals for the next upcoming year would be to expand our dancing range, do more non-Love Live stuff, more challenging stuff, and we do have something in the works for that soon, so look out.
Maggie Kohai, I love you, Maggie, asks, what do you feel like you've improved on as a group, and what do you feel like you should work on as a group? We feel like we've really improved when it comes to blocking, planning dances, and keeping a good practice schedule during our practices, but we feel like we should probably work on being more in sync whenever we're doing our dance moves.
At Nobi Covers asks, do you feel like you've grown and improved in dancing / performing since the beginning of Tanoshii to now? How have we fixed wig malfunctions while performing?
Wigs.
Alright, so how do I feel like I've grown since dancing? Where's my answer? So idol dancing, kind of like what Eggsy said, idol dancing is a complete like 180 from like the contemporary jazz stuff I used to do as a kid. But it's really fun and it still feels familiar. It's the same like spirit of dancing that I really enjoy. So I have the confidence, but it's just, I still got room to grow. I always am trying to improve myself, at least.
Yes, I've improved a lot.
I definitely have improved from when I first started. I was like horrible when I first first started. I don't know how any of them accepted me, but anyways, they did.
I'm sorry. I think I've really improved when it comes to cleaning and dancing in my dance range, but that's just what happens when you've been dancing for this long.
I've improved since I joined in January. I was very bad, so
I like just started, but I hope I'm improving. I already know 2 more dances than I did before I got it.
So I think I improved. And shifting from traditional dances to this was really, really weird because I'm in general not a very emotional person. So doing something so cutesy is really hard for me. But I think, spending time with these girls and, getting to dance more has helped me improve a lot as far as that goes.
So me, Julia, and Reggie, we all feel we've definitely improved as well. And as for the wig malfunction question, what we make sure to bring a bunch of wig supplies to all of our performances. Usually CJ's our wig hookup person. We'll bring detangler, we'll bring brushes. We'll bring brushes and we'll bring bobby pins and clips and whatever we might need.
Hair gel.
Hair gel,
everything.
Yeah. And we'll do whatever we can with the supplies we have. And sometimes the solution we find is just to reapply the wig entirely. Just take it off and put it back on. But yeah, just make sure you have your supplies for when you need it.
Mooncaller Cosplay asks, how do we get bigger as an idol group? We post on our social media. We make sure to have like a certain time that we post so we stay consistent, etc. Posting on social media, promoting to our friends and families who go like it and stuff, and being consistent, and just plain old hard work, my guy. That's how we got bigger.
At Candy Cat Cosplay asks, is it difficult to keep this group up and active like you do? And if so, what are some of the difficulties you run into and how do you overcome them? We do have quite a bit of trouble making sure that all announcements are seen, all like the info is gotten across to all 10 of us. So what we do is we have 2 different group chats. We have our normal group chat for whatever in the world we want, and then we have our info group chat where we will discuss important things, and I'll post announcements, I'll post practice schedules, we'll do polls, we'll talk about stuff, we'll do whatever like needs to be done with the group, and since it's an Instagram group chat, what I do is I make people like the message whenever they've read it to make sure that I know everyone who needs to acknowledge it has acknowledged it, so everyone knows their stuff. And we also have lots of like backup docs. We run on a Google Drive folder, and we keep like documents that have information. Yeah, everything. So we have like 2 different things for practice schedules and other stuff.
Basically anything in the world you can think of with management for an idol group, it's in there.
It's rad.
It is quite rad. Starvale asks, how do you guys keep order in the group? Does the leader decide most things, or does everybody give their opinion and pitch in?
Okay, so like I said in the last question, a lot of how we keep order is by separating our group chats into a normal group chat and an info group chat. And I make sure that whenever I have important things to say or someone else has an important thing to say, you can tell people to like the message when it's been read. And what was the other part? It depends on the thing, who decides it, but I generally believe that everyone should vote on things, sort of like a democracy, I guess. And so most of the time, it depends on the decision, that most of the time we have everyone pitch in like what they think, and we'll just decide the most common answer, the most common decision, and go with majority rules generally. At Lenny Cause asks, how has learning these dances and performing using your body as your only tool helped you get in touch with yourself? Has it increased your confidence, and why?
Oh yeah, definitely. For a long time, I was very insecure about like my body's type and how I look when I cosplay females. So joining a group that mostly cosplays females and getting to radiate like the idol girl like cute energy really helped me get back in touch with like my feminine side and really learn to love myself and my skin. So it's been great.
Confidence is, I don't know her. So,
Never met her.
yeah.
I'm not in this state where I'm like completely happy with how all my dances are turning out. I know that once I continue and I like keep doing the dance and keep cleaning and keep doing everything, it gets better. So in the long run, it has helped a lot more, and my confidence has gotten better.
I think dancing and doing it as such a hobby and doing it basically continuously for a year and a half has really helped me be more aware of myself in the world and in the space. I'm pretty clumsy and I'm not very bodily aware, so having something that relies entirely on body awareness, it really did help. So yes.
I've been better since joining a group with all these people, like talking to people and like being more social with people. And I'm more comfortable at cons, like with talking to people, because I am really, really introverted. I am always at home. I don't like talking to people, and being around all these friends have like built my confidence to speak.
I guess it kind of helped me step out of my comfort zone because I am kind of like a shy person. So like I'm in a room full of like a bunch of people that I have just met. So that's really it's definitely helping me be more social.
Well, I mean, for myself, I being able to dance again has really helped, and being able to cosplay girls and dance more femininely is really helps me a lot, because it's the joke that I am the K-pop boy and that I'm not really very feminine, and even though I'm comfortable in that, being able to step out of my comfort zone and finally be able to cosplay girls and be feminine without having confidence issues, it's dancing with Love Live has really helped that.
So I have definitely improved a lot in my sense of rhythm, I think, especially. I've gotten a lot better at that. Reggie says that it gives her a really good outlet for stress relief and has helped her feel more comfortable with her appearance. And Julia has said she thinks that it's helped her focus more on her movements because she's been learning on controlling and honing her moves to make them look sharp.
At Dolphin Girl asks, what conventions are you going to in coming year? Well, we always go to A-Con, A-Fest, and ANT. Those are the big three. But you also might see us at mini-cons coming up, like Flovo Mini-Con, and Mini A-Con, and Metroplex. That sort of area.
At Jillian Cosplay asks, what is one thing that you've learned from being in Tanoshii Project?
Alright, so I definitely learned that it's okay to take breaks sometimes when you're overwhelmed and you feel like you can't handle 80 things at once, because I left the group for a while when I was really stressed about school and stuff, and just know, like, if they're real friends and if they're really there for you and they got your back, they'll understand and they'll be ready to take you back when you're ready. So I love you. Love you too. Very.
Okay, so like what I learned how to like break out of my shell and like actually make friends, because before I joined this group I was like, yeah, no, I'm not making cosplay friends, nobody likes me. So yeah, I like you.
Okay. So I've learned that in this group that I truly have like real friends and they aren't just fake buddies. And and I've realized that you can still have fun doing something even if you are still getting work done and being serious at the same time.
Well, Lily just stole my answer. My answer was that you can be serious and be dedicated to what you do while still having a lot of fun.
They took all my answers, but I learned how to dance.
I learned that too.
I learned that if you want something bad enough, you have to be ready and willing to give it your all. I have to
Yes.
practice really hard to catch up to these guys with their dances that they're doing. So I've been practicing like 3 hours a day every day.
Bear's on the grind.
Where's on the grind?
Get
On
these
the grind.
bread!
So, being in this group, I don't really like talking to people or socializing or anything that involves the human race in general. So, being with all these girls who are all bizarre in their own ways, in really good ways, Kaylee's probably the most.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Kaylee or Cherry. Who of them has, helped me be able to realize that, just because I dislike the human race doesn't mean that there's a few select few that I can't love and cherish.
Okay. All right. I learned that there are some people who are here for me. I've struggled with really like feeling super duper alone. You know, all my life really, but most recently the past few years. And this group has just really taught me that there's always going to be someone here for me. There's 10 of us, and we're all great friends, and we all love each other, and we're one big happy family, and it means so much to me. Julia said that teamwork and talking things out is important to making us work as one, is what she learned. And Reggie said that she learned that being productive can be fun, and you won't always be perfect with something on the first try.
That is very true.
All right, our daughter asked, what does being in an idol group truly mean to you guys, and why is it important to you?
It's all about making people happy to me. Like the smiles that the audience gets when I'm dancing for them just like makes my day, and making friends and dancing. Woo! Woo!
For me, it's all about, having fun with my bros and like making other people happy and just having fun.
For me, it means putting a smile on people's face and attempting to make people feel better if they're having a bad day.
Being an idol means making their day a little bit brighter, be it like at a convention, at home, anywhere. That's what being a net idol is all about, because they're so accessible.
I love being with my friends and making people happy.
I love being able to make friends in and out of the group and seeing how happy it makes everybody. Because I know I was super happy watching these guys perform at comments, and I want to be able to do that for other people.
So I guess for me, it's being able to make people happy, seeing that bringing something that people watch to life for them. Like the first time we performed, or I performed with them, hearing the sheer amount of screaming that some of the guys were doing was absolutely terrifying and one of the best things I'd ever seen.
For me, like a lot of the others, it's making people happy. Making people happy is super important to me, and just getting to have fun with friends is also really important to me, and what being an idol means to me. And Julia says having fun with her friends is what being an idol truly means to her. It takes a lot of dedication, but it's always worth it. And Reggie says that it's making other people happy by doing something that makes me happy. At KellenT_artist asks, when we have members leave the group, do we make a big scene about it or wish them luck in the near future? Do we stay in contact with them? No, not really at all. We don't ever make a big group deal out of it ever publicly. We make sure to keep that within the group, and we'll always wish them a good rest of their cosplay time, dancing time, and we'll make sure to give them a graduation post. It's almost always on good terms. People sometimes they just don't have time, and we totally respect that. So no, I don't think we make a big scene out of it at all. We definitely do wish them luck in the future. And yeah, usually past members can stay in our group chat, and they'll talk with us. I mean, like Lane, our Nozomi from Anime Fest, she talks with us in our group chat all the time. So we love you, Lane.
Love you, Lane!
Alright, Ariel Sahara Suichi and Bobafish Cause asked, what's been your favorite memory for the past year and the group?
Anime Fest! There was such a big crowd, I was so excited.
Cherry's pool party. So much fun stuff happened.
When we filmed the Christmas video.
My favorite memory was the pre-Acon photo shoot practice.
The Christmas PB.
I think it's when we got to go to round 1 and it was like karaoke and I got to see everybody even though I was trying to talk to anybody.
I was not there. Definitely would be Acon because it was the first time performing and getting to see all these girls.
For me, it was also Cherry's pool party back in July. And then Reggie's answer was also our Acon Live, and Julia's answer was performing with the group at A-Fest.
Woo!
At Okahime-chan asks, do you plan to do a different type of performance outside of Love Live? Indeed we do. We already have something in the works planned for that. We've already done Idol Sonas back at Acon for Texas Idol Festival, and we have some non-Love Live plans very soon, like I said.
Woo! All right. I always forget how to pronounce it. Mimi Rith. Mimi Rith asks, what does your average practice session look like in terms of dedication to each song per session? Kaylee?
Okay, so when I plan out practices, I take into account how much time we have, how difficult the song is, how much we have left to work on the song, like do we need to do blocking, do we need to do cleaning, do we need to do both? Are there certain sections of the song that need more work than others? I will take into account all the different aspects of our practice and the songs, and I will plan out how much time we need. Generally, our practices are about 4 hours. Our rehearsal practices right before conventions are usually longer, and sometimes we have shorter practices if we find we don't need a very long practice. But usually, if the songs are all about the same difficulty, I'll block out an hour for each and an hour for whatever else we need to work, or like breathing time. So if we take a little bit longer on a song than we thought, then we can do that. But basically just taking into account all the different aspects and just fitting it into how many hours we have. At Goodnight Link asks, how long does it take to learn a new dance? It varies per person, but it's about an average of about a week.
Sorry Bear asks, how long does it usually take to perfect a song or dance? Usually not accounting to the members' individual practice outside of studio practice, etc. Perfecting a standard Love Live dance could take from half of a 4-hour practice, like Dataya Mujo. It took no time at all. It was great. So about 3 full practices, like Kaguya, to get it absolutely perfect.
At x.yuri.x, do we ever argue during practice, and if so, how do you resolve it? We hardly ever argue at practices anymore, but I mean, we have in the past. And whenever it happens, we usually will just address the problem quickly and we'll say sorry, and we'll move on. We don't want to spend much time on it, so if anyone ever argues, it'll be like, okay, pause, apologize, work it out, and then we'll move on and try not to spend a lot of time on it.
Illusion Optics asks, what's the hardest song dance move, not like a whole formation, but a move that we've ever had to perform? How we do the weird special side step in the beginning of Kaguya was kind of messy, and like that. We just said no, and then we just did another sort of side step. And the beginning of Sort of a Boku Tachi no Kiseki from our Acon 29 live. We also simplified it and changed it for A-Fest, but it's still a relearning work in progress.
At red.plant.cosplay asks, what is our favorite thing to do as a group, and do we have traditions for practice? Our favorite thing to do as a group is to go eat after events, practice, filming, whatever. We went to eat after we filmed Kaguya, and that was lots of fun. And a dumb practice tradition we have. So whenever we're stretching, we do these things called abductors and adductors, and we call them Zach stop.
Zach, stop.
Zach, stop. Zach, stop. You're gonna get in trouble. Zach.
Applechan asks, do we make or do we buy our cosplays? We haven't made them yet. We usually buy, but it'd be really cool, really fun to make them. So.
At Discount Ruby asks, what is your favorite set the group has cosplayed?
So I haven't really, other than Kaguya, I haven't really done a set, but y'all remember when we wanted to do Little Devil?
Yeah! And then we realized that most of the members are minors, so we're like,
that was whack. No. That was whack.
Yeah. Especially when I was Ellie.
Kaguya, it's so sparkly and pretty.
I don't know.
After school activity.
Kaguya! Woo!
I like the one we're doing right now. It's like,
It's a secret though. It's a secret, but yeah.
I can't. But yeah, I like it.
I really like Kaguya. It's the traditional outfit's a lot more fun to me.
My favorite is After School Activity. And Julia's favorite, is also our secret set that we're doing next, like Mara. And Reggie's favorite was After School Activity as well.
Savers.jpg, what dance routine has been our favorite and our least favorite? Our favorite has been Date Date Amujo. It's just so much fun. It's so simple and beautiful. And Kagu no Shino de Adori Tai. So basically the 2 fan dances. And our least favorite is Happy Maker.
Stinky!
Ew! No.
At Lance McClaimed asks, what's the best part of the group? We think as a group that the best part is getting to do what we love with all of our friends.
Aqua Rose asks, who's our oldest in the group, and what's our next Love Live cover for our next con? Our oldest used to be Eggsy, but now it's Mara. Skirt, skirt, yay! And our next cover is a secret. We might have hinted at it somewhere. I'm just gonna let you figure that out. Cough, cough.
Not so. At Horth_and_scary asks, advice on cosplay in general for someone who wants to start doing more. What would you guys say is the most important part? Okay, our biggest piece of advice is to cosplay for yourself. Do it for fun. When cosplay just gets nothing but stressful and you don't want to do it, that's when you need to stop. Cosplay advice blogs, tutorials on YouTube, blogs, those are super duper helpful. There's a tutorial for just about anything. It might not be character specific, but certain techniques, certain things, there's plenty of tutorials out there because the internet is a very, very vast place. And stuff like that.
May I add something to that? I don't actually cosplay Dog and Rock blog, but there's just one Dog and Rock cosplay blog that has all the advice in the world, and it's great. It's just an incredible resource. So those kind of series-specific blogs might have some good advice for anything.
Hit her up if you need it.
Kirikuma asks, what group does each member prefer and why, as in Muse?
Alright, so I actually prefer Muse because it's the group I got into first and their songs are really nostalgic. Also, I haven't finished all of Sunshine yet.
Get out!
I haven't either.
Big fans! Wait, I haven't either.
Oh! Check in, mates.
My favorite is Aqua because Yohane. Yes.
That's it.
I prefer Aqua because I feel like the personalities and looks are more original than Muse, but I still love them both.
I prefer Aqua considering I've been around essentially since they've been announced, and I feel more of a connection to them as a group.
I prefer both equally.
I prefer Aqua because Ruby is the best girl.
I prefer Aqua just because they're a little more relatable in my opinion.
I prefer Aqua just because I haven't been in the fandom during Muse's time when they were active. I joined just around the final live, so I've been around since they began, so I feel a little more connected to them. But I really love Muse too. Reggie says that she loves both groups so much, but she's a little biased towards Aqua because she's been able to experience their peak popularity in the moment, not like she could with Muse. And Julia says that she prefers Muse because the original is way better than the remake. Be careful with that opinion.
Okay, so I'm not the only one that prefers Muse. Alright, we're good.
At Hopeless Cosplay asks, if you could cosplay any set as any character, which set and who would you be?
I wanted to cosplay 7 Lucky Gods Knows Me since I was like 13, so that's my answer.
I just want to cosplay every Yohane ever. Every single one ever.
I would love to cosplay Daya's Valentine's version 2 costume. Oh my god, it's so pretty.
I really want to cosplay Taisha, Rumen, Hanyo, and Idolize. It's just really pretty and graceful.
I really want to cosplay Yukata, Rico, and China dress Nico.
Ruby in anything. No. I think I said, okay, unidolized punk rock or idolized Valentine's version 2.
Yes!
Not Rico, Ruby.
Yes!
I definitely would love to idolize punk rock Daya.
I would want to be Ellie in a Victorian ball gown group. Julia would be Constellation Rin or Water Blue New World Yo, and Reggie would be Idolized Ja Mari.
Sunokoi asks, if you could choose one girl to be your older sister, who would it be?
Hanukkah!
Umi.
Daya or Kanan?
Daya!
Mari, because she's rich.
Those are me.
Nico. And Julia says Hanamaru.
Hanamaru,
and
best girl.
Sorry.
Reggie says Ellie. At Kira's Crazy Laugh and at the White Vans, our giveaway winner asks, if you could pick any dream set to dance in, what would it be and what would you dance in it?
Alright, I have to look at mine. So for Muse, I would want to do Music Star in the Music Star outfits because they're really cute. And then for Aquas, I want to do, let me pronounce his name, Shoujo Ijo no Koi ga Shitai in the Idolized Yukata outfits. I love that song.
I would do Mokito Love the Second Chu in the Mokito Love the Second Chu outfits. But for Aqua, I would do Daydream Warrior in the punk rock.
Yeah.
Slap, honestly.
For Muse, I'd want to do Dancing Stars on Me in the Wonderland / new chess set.
Oh yeah, that'd be really cool.
And for Aqua, I really want to do Waterblue New World in the Waterblue New World outfits.
For Aqua, I really want to do Daydream Warrior in Michiku Dreamers outfits. And for Muse, I want to do Loneliest Baby in Constellation! I love Constellation.
I love Loneliest Baby.
I really want to do Loneliest Baby and
I
the
love
original
you.
Idolize Yukata.
Yeah.
And I want to do the Yukata set for Aqua for Michiku Dreamer.
For Muse, I want to do Moment Ring as Nozomi in the circus set. And then for Aqua, I wanted to do Michiku Dreamer as Ruby in the Michiku Dreamer set.
For Muse, for me, I wanted to do a Mermaid Fest at 2, I think. And then
As a group song? The group song is Mermaid Festival.
whichever number.
The Mermaid Festa!
Volume 1.
Whichever number it is. 'Cause who cares about numbers?
Right.
In the Idolized Arabian outfits, and then Aquarium and Aquarium.
I would like to do, for Muse, Super Love, Super Live in the unidolized band outfits. And for Aqua, I'd love to do Happy Party Train in the Happy Party Train outfits.
Yeah.
Julia says that she would do, for Muse, Wild Stars and Very Idolized, and for Aqua, Miracle Wave in the China Dress Idolized. And Reggie says for Muse, Angelic Angel in Angelic Angel, and Aqua, Punk Rock for Daydream Warrior.
Nice. Alright, Kichi's asked if you could perform at any out-of-state con, what would it be? And we all, as collectively, took a poll and we would say Anime Expo or Colossicon.
At Vicky Kukiko asks, if you could trade lives with one other member of Tanoshii Project for the day, who would you choose and why?
Okay, either CJ because her parents are nice, or Eggsy because we already have a lot of stuff in common, like loving Pacific Rim. So
I would switch with Reggie because I love her dog, and Cheryl because I love Fedora.
I would probably switch with Kaylee because her parents are really cool and because I don't know how anyone else lives.
I would switch with Julia so I could play with her dogs and her cat.
I'd switch with Hannah because her farm.
I switched with Eggsy so that I could do cool K-pop outfit makeup looks with her hair.
I switched to Haley so that I could just lay on the floor with Lucy.
Oh, good choice. That's the best choice. I want to switch with CJ so that I can hug her cheek and nails all day. Yes! Oh, I love her.
Why is my answer
I
the
love her
only,
so
like,
much.
real?
And Reggie said also Kaylee, the best answer. So she can take a nap with my Fide plushies, which is
Yes.
from Ensemble Stars. And then Julia said Eggsy, so she could get a taste of college life.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. Cosmos to the Stars asked if we can go on a group trip anywhere in the world to record a PB, take photos, just hang out, where would it be? And all of us as a group, we had a lot of cool places, a lot of cool answers, and we all sort of collectively answered, as all weebs should, Japan.
At Misaki with the gun, nice at, asks, who are your best girls?
Alright, so I love Nozomi, Ruby, Yo, and for PDP I love Shizuku.
I love Maki, Yohane, and Kasu.
Hanamaru, Rin, and Kanata.
My best girls are all of Pontomps, Chika, and I, and Shizuku.
My best girls are Nika, Ruby, and Kanata.
Nozomi, Ruby, and Shizuku.
So mine are Nozomi, Daya, Yohane, and Rita.
Mine are Nico, Kanan, and Setsuna. So, Julia said Hanamaru, Umi, and Ayumu, and then Reggie says Mari, Ellie, and Keden.
Alright, Fufuhobi asks, what is everyone's favorite subunit song?
Alright, for Muse, I love Natsu Oanaide from DB. That song makes me cry. And then for Aquas, I love Tokimeki Ungariku, is that how you say it? I don't know. One of the first Azalea songs, because that song Also makes me cry. I am sad boy hours. So.
My favorite is Soldier Game by Soldier Game. I know it's not a subunit. And like every other Guilty Kiss.
Mine for Muse would probably be, I'm gonna mess this up, but Otahime Hato Derabu, and for Aqua, Innocent Bird.
Do all of the Prawn Thompson Siron songs?
No.
I think they do.
Well, that's my answer. Prawn
It's
Thompson
valid.
Siron best units.
My favorite is Shadowgate to Love by Guilty Kiss.
Strawberry Trapper.
For Muse, it would be Hua Hua. And then for Aqua, Shisenjo Cinderella.
For me, it's gonna be Fuyu ga Kureta Yokan from Muse, and then Innocent Bird from Azalea.
Sorry.
And Reggie says love novels and Kaware Yasuki. And then Julia says Shunjo Romantic for Muse and Genki Zenkai Day 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 for Aqua. Alright, at Chava Beans asks, what's everyone's favorite colors?
Color?
Yeah.
No, alphabet. I like light pink.
I like baby blue and white.
Mint green and rose gold.
Any sort of warm jewel tone colors.
Any pink and black.
Black like my soul.
Emo.
I like green.
And my favorite colors are green and pink. Reggie's favorite color, it changes a lot, but right now it's orange. And Julia says blue, all blue.
Alright, Koptori asks, what is your favorite anime other than Love Live?
Any early 2000s shonen anime that's obscure, Shaman King, Yu-Gi-Oh! Good content right there.
I basically just like gory anime, like Higurashi, Another, Corpse Party, and Danganronpa, not the anime, the game. The game.
I like
Mine would have to be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Owari no Seraph.
Right now, my favorite anime is Saiki Kusuo no Sainon. It's really good.
Steins Gate is my favorite anime.
I don't know how to say it in Japanese. So it's in English it's Irregular at Magic High School.
Oh,
Really
I've heard
good.
that one.
So mine would probably be Darker Than Black or Bakugo.
Bakudo! For me, it's gonna be Idolish 7, number 6, and Hosaki no Kuni.
Yeah, Saiki no Kuni, I forgot.
Big
Julia
Bang
says Shoujo Kageki Review Starlight, and Reggie says Hoseki no Kuni as well.
Yeah, HNK.
Alright, as Sugar Cube Cause asks, what is everyone's favorite PvP girl
Izzy
solo and
Fortnite.
dance?
I really love Kasumi and Shizuku's solos. And my favorite dance I've ever done, I haven't done very many, but I loved Hello Hoshio. It was so much fun. I can't wait to do it again. Hopefully.
I love Kasumi so much and Soldier Game.
Mine would have to be Eyes, oh my god. And my favorite dance that, I mean, we haven't done it, but my favorite dance is Daydream Warrior.
I want to say because she is my best girl, but Setsuna's and Rina's, my weave, snatched. And my favorite dances that I've done are Pua Pua O and Step 0 to 1.
Woo!
My favorite solo was Karen's or
Howdy.
but my favorite dance I've ever done was Pua Pua.
My favorites were Karen and Kanata.
Kanata.
And my favorite dance is My Mind Tonight, Special Place in My Heart.
My favorite was
Not how
definitely
dance
Rita's.
goes.
And then as far as my favorite dance, it's Sakura.
My favorite solo is Setsuna's, and my favorite dance is Super Love, Super Live, or Fuyu ga Kureta Yokan. Julia's favorites are Ayumu's solo, and favorite dance is Date Date Amujo. And Reggie's favorite solo is Kanin, and her favorite dance is Love Novels.
Alright. Ice Cosplayer asks, who are your favorite Kira Live members? You can't say all of them.
Oh boy. Alright, so I actually hung out with Freddie, Harper, and Maya at Animetroplex, and I had a super good time, so I want to talk to them more. I love them.
Minecraft Hunger Games.
I don't know many of you guys, but mine would probably be Olive.
Can't make me decide.
Minecraft Hunger Games.
Probably Maya and Harper because you guys are the only ones to talk to.
Definitely Harper, you're a meme
My favorite is Mara, and Reggie is. They don't have a real favorite, but they've known Harper and Freddie for the longest. And Julia says that she doesn't know any of the Cure Live members, but so she doesn't have a favorite.
And that's it for our anniversary Q&A. Thank you.
We did it. And
Thank you guys so much for sending in all those questions. I don't think any of us anticipated that many. It's nuts. We hope we can answer all of your questions accurately, and we just want to thank you guys so much for the 1 year of support. It really, really warms all of our hearts and motivates us to do what we do every day.
We love y'all.
All right, love you.